welcome participants in this new session of organizational behavior MOOCs, and our this study is going very well. And as we were talking in the last session about the content based motivational theories, and in this we were talking about one of the famous theory of Maslow need hierarchy theory, and in that theory we understood the hierarchy step by step attainment of Maslow emphasized that individuals emphasize the attainment of needs step by step, and according to Maslow the first set of needs are the physiological needs, then the safety needs, then the social needs, and then the esteem needs related to the recognition and respect by the people, and the last one is self-actualization. Self-actualization is for what an individual has taken birth in this world, whether that goal or that purpose has been attained or not. We can take example of people. Let us take example of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. This man was full of academic potential, and he could exploit that potential to the maximum, and he could self actualize himself and could become the missile man. Another example is Lata Mangeshkar. Lata Mangeshkar was a wonderful singer, and she could attain the highest level of actualization. Actualization means the potential of singing was converted into the talent, and then competency, and then proficiency, and then yes, ultimately she could attain the self actualization in the field of music. Similarly, we can take example of Amitabh Bachchan in the field of acting. So, by this way, by following the hierarchy starting from physiological, safety, social, esteem and self actualization. But why these general things we are discussing in the organizational working or business working? People can be motivated. There is need from the managers and organization to understand the need of people working with the organization. There will be certain people, those who can be satisfied, who might be having the physiological need. There might be people, those who would be worried about their safety. There will be people, those who would be interested to address their social needs. There will be people working with the organization who would be interested to get recognition, reputation, respect from people. And yes, of course, there might be people, those who would be religiously interested to actualize themselves. So, identifying all these needs, and accordingly these needs can be addressed, or these needs can be provided to the people in the form of benefits, in the form of the financial benefit, in the form of fringe benefit, in the form of social security, in the form of other incentives can be provided, and people can be motivated. So, by this way the Maslow's theory can be practiced in attainment of organizational goals by motivating the people. The next theory, which is again the content motivation theory, is McClelland's theory of motivation. And this theory, according to this theory, there are three motivational drivers. According to McClelland, there are three drivers which can force, which can push the employee in the direction of attainment of goals, and these basic three factors are achievement, affiliation and power. These three basic drivers can create the need in an individual, and that need can drive the person in the direction of putting the effort, and that effort will result into performance, and that performance will bring outcome in the form of product or service, and then this product or service will ultimately satisfy the need of employee, and this need satisfaction of employee will help the organization to attain the goal. In simple words also. Now, let us try to understand why people come to organizations to work. Basically, people have their need, and organizations address those needs. To survive in this world, there is need to attain the livelihood, and to attain the livelihood, organizations give work, and this work helps people to address their needs. So, in simple, organizations must develop such strategies to address the needs where the need of employees can be addressed. And according to McClelland, these needs can be addressed while achieving something. People who are oriented to achieve in their life, if they want to achieve, yes, of course, individual want to achieve their livelihood, they want to earn their livelihood. Reason? It is necessary for the survival, and it is not necessary for survival of individual, survival of family. So, if someone want to address the need of family, then there is need to achieve something. Not only that, there might be other reason for achievement also. So, giving opportunity to people so that they can achieve among organizations, and in lieu of that, in exchange of that, the need of people can be addressed. So, the very first factor in the content theory of McClelland is achievement. Next is affiliation. People, those who want to collaborate, those who want to associate in groups, those who want to work in the group by coordinating, by cooperating, by synchronizing, and for creating the synergetic effect. There are certain works which cannot be accomplished by individuals, and people want to accomplish those works, and for that accomplishment there is need of affiliation, there is need of association, there is need of collaboration. So, this need of affiliation, this need of collaboration, this need of formation of teams can be addressed by the managers or organizations, so that organizational work can be accomplished. Another factor involved in the McClelland theory of content nature is power. Yes, there are certain people, those who thrive on the power, those who want to seek the power, those who want to attain the authority. So, such people can also be motivated by delegating, by authorizing, by giving them power, and once they will get power, they will work for the organization. So, the factors of achievement, affiliation and power can be utilized, can be identified, and strategies can be developed among business organizations, so that people can come to organization for the attainment of their achievements, for satisfying their need of affiliation and collaboration, and yes, for enjoying the power, and by this way teams can be built up. And by using this, because it is a multiple factor theory, and it is not possible to draw a line that these people are achievement oriented only, and these people are affiliation oriented only, and lastly these people are power oriented only. Every individual is having a kind of blend of achievement, affiliation and power, and this should be identified, this should be recognized by the managers, and accordingly a blend of addressing of these three needs should be developed, so that the organizational work can be attained. If we try to understand why there is need of motivation, the basic phenomena is to attain the organizational goal. And it is not only to attain the organizational goal, we need to attain the goal in the most productive, most effective and highest efficient manner. So, the productivity, effectiveness and efficiency can also be enhanced by the motivation. So, it is not only the performance in the most productive, most effective and efficient manner. People's ability can be enhanced by using these strategies. Now, basic phenomena of motivation is generating the need and satisfying the need. Generating the need by identifying the achievement orientation of individual, identifying the need of affiliation and addressing it with the resources which can quench this need, and similarly for the power. So, this is phenomena of McClelland's theory, and after completion of content theory of Maslow, McClelland and Herzberg's, we will again discuss their comparison. Now, if we want to criticize, or if we want to understand the criticism of Maslow's theory, then ERG theory and other theories have criticized that there is no really specific hierarchy of the need. There are people, those who are not worried about their physiological and social needs, rather they are very much concerned about the safety needs. Whereas there are people, those who are not much worried about their self-actualization and esteem, they are worried about their basic physiological and safety needs only. So, the Maslow's theory has been criticized on this ground, and yes, of course, there are people, those who are directly interested for their self-actualization only, even they are not worried. You might have seen people, specifically the businessmen, they are not much worried about their basic needs even. They are so much involved in their business, they want to self-actualize themselves. So, this theory is basically criticized on this ground. The second theory, that is the McClelland's theory of achievement, affiliation and power. This is also criticized on the ground that it is not only the achievement which can motivate people, or the collaboration or power orientation which can motivate people. There are other factors also. There are other factors of satisfaction and dissatisfaction, and on the ground of that, another theory of Herzberg's propounded a content based motivation theory, which is known as Herzberg's two-factor theory, and the two factor involved in this are the factors which are related to the satisfaction and dissatisfaction. Actually, Herzberg conducted a study, and he was conducting the study to identify what factors can motivate people, or what factors can satisfy the people while working in the organization. And it was very surprising for the Herzberg that the factors of satisfaction were totally different than the factors of dissatisfaction. In nutshell, Herzberg identified that the employees working with organization feels dissatisfied not with the same factors with which they can be satisfied. The factors of satisfaction are different than factors of dissatisfaction. So, he categorized this into two different categories, and because of that the nomenclature of this theory is the two factors theory. That means that it is not the single set of factors which are responsible for satisfaction and dissatisfaction of employees, and for that he gave specific nomenclature for that. Herzberg gave the name of hygiene factors and motivating factors. Hygiene factors are the factors affecting the satisfaction. According to Herzberg, there are set of factors which can give satisfaction to the people, and yes, of course, there are certain factors which can be dissatisfying for the factors. So, the factors which can bring satisfaction to the employees, according to Herzberg, these factors are the hygiene factors, and he included number of factors which we will talk later. Now, the motivating factors are the factors which will minimize the dissatisfaction. Every employee is satisfied in certain respect while working in the organization, and every employee feel a bit dissatisfied while working in the organization. It is very difficult to find an employee who is completely satisfied, and there is no need. Always there is certain need, and that need is related to the satisfaction, and yes, of course, because of dissatisfaction. So, the motivating factors are the factors which are related to the dissatisfaction, and these factors are the professional achievements, recognition, responsibility and career development or professional growth. If such kind of cultural element will be provided, then employees will feel lesser dissatisfied, whereas the factors of working conditions, professional relationships, office policies, rules for conduct and attitude of supervisors, these factors are the factors which will help to satisfy the employee. So, these two set of factors under the category of hygiene factors, or we can say the factors which are responsible for job dissatisfaction are company policy and administration. What kind of company policy is there and what kind of administration is there in the organization, that is a factor of job dissatisfaction. What type of supervision, what type of management is being provided to the people of organization, that is also one of the factor of dissatisfaction. Next one is interpersonal relations. If the interpersonal relations in organization are not appropriate, people will feel dissatisfied. Another factor is working conditions. What kind of working conditions are given to the people to work? If the working conditions are not appropriate, in that case employee will feel dissatisfied. Then the salary, status and security are also factors which will come under dissatisfaction, or in simple words, company policy, administration, supervision, interpersonal relationship within the organization, working conditions created by the organization, salary given to the employee, status and security. If all these factors are not appropriate, employees will feel dissatisfied. On the other hand, if there are opportunities for achievement, recognition, work itself, responsibilities, advancement and growth, these factors are motivator factors, and employees will feel satisfied as a result of availability of or provision of these factors in the organization. So, this is Herzberg theory, and very simply managers and organizations can identify such factor. Management can check what kind of policies are being implemented, what type of administration is given, what type of supervision should be given to the employees, and how the relationships and communication can be built up in the organization, and what type of specific working conditions should be created, and how much compensation in the form of salary should be given to the people, and what status should be given to a particular position, and what kind of security should be given. If these factors are identified and matched and mapped with the need of people, then the phenomena of dissatisfaction can be reduced. Similarly, if organization can identify how the opportunity of achievement, recognition, working in the organization, responsibilities, advancement and growth can be given, and then if it can be mapped and matched appropriately with the need of people, then the sense of satisfaction can be developed among employees. So, this is two factors theory of Herzberg, and as we discussed in the beginning of the session, that after completion of these content theories, major content theories of Maslow, Herzberg's and McClelland, we will compare them. So, in the case of Maslow, the needs can be divided into two categories, that is the lower order needs and the higher level needs. In among the higher order needs, the needs of socialization, esteem and self-actualization, whereas in the lower order needs, the physiological and safety and security needs are included. And because Maslow's theory is hierarchical theory, and as it is a hierarchy based theory, then first, according to Maslow, employees or people will satisfy the lower order needs and then swiftly move to the higher level of needs. Whereas, in the case of Herzberg, these needs are divided into again two factors. The first factor is the hygiene factor, and in that the quality of interpersonal relationships, job security, working conditions and salary is included. Whereas, in the second factor, that is motivation factor, other needs such as the need to work and need to take responsibility and need for advancement and growth and need to achieve and for recognition are put under this category of motivation factors. And in the case of McClelland, it is divided into three, that is need for achievement, need for power and need for affiliation. So, these are three content based theories which are considered. Then coming to the next set of theories, that is cognitive motivation goal setting theory. If I talk about the syllabus to be covered up under this, there are number of other theories also, but it is not possible to include all those theories in this particular MOOCs of organizational behavior. We are taking the most significant theories. So, under the category of cognitive motivation theory, we are taking the goal setting theory. And as I discussed in the beginning and I shared in the beginning itself, that this goal setting theory is a combination of both the process based theory as well as the cognitive motivation theory. And as all we know now, that process based means the theory through which we will try to understand the process of motivation, whereas cognitive motivation is what are factors which will affect the perception and environment of motivation. So, under this goal setting theory, this is propounded by Edwin Locke in 1960s, and the primary factor explained by the theory is goal setting comprises, according to Edwin, the goal setting comprises direct and enough impact on task performance. According to Edwin Locke, if goals are set, then it will have significant impact on the performance of task. In other words, the goal setting can be taken as one of the factors to motivate the people. How we can understand it? Let us take two group of people. One group of people working with the organization, or one set of employees working with the organization is not given any goal, whereas in the second set of employees, people, they are given a certain goal. Goal is something which will elevate, enhance the level of performance, or in other words, setting the goal means at least this much is to be attained, and for attainment of that people will get motivated. So, according to Edwin, the primary factor is that is setting the goal, and once goal is set, people will get motivated. And what else is included in that? A set of specific and hard to achieve goal will surely lead to a greater accomplishment. And need not to mention now, in the present scenario, different business organizations, industrial organizations, all they are setting up the goals, and it is not the goal for a long period. Nowadays, even daily basis in the field of insurance marketing and in the field of production, daily basis goals are set up, and then people are motivated, and yes, of course, there is a difference in that. So, cognitive motivation goal theory emphasizes on the setting of goals, and there is one aspect in that, that the SMART acronym is there. SMART means the goal should be specific, well specific, it should be measurable, and the set goal should be attainable, and it should be realistic in nature, and the attainment of goal should be time bound. So, SMART acronym according to goal setting theory: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. And with this, we will conclude this session. In the next session, we will discuss about some more motivational theories. Thank you for the participation, and yes, I hope you might have enjoyed. Thank you very much.